Hello students, welcome back to earlier we have learnt about how to use log table for log and anti-log, right? And I had given you some homework also, right? Now here we are going to talk about how to use trigonometry, that is sine, cos and tan. So using logarithmic table, how to see sine, cos and tan. See, already you have learned in trigonometry that sine 45 1 by root 2, cos 45 1 by root 2, sine 30 1 by 2. This is all formula values you have learnt. But other than 30, 45 and 60, if any other number comes, then how to check from log table. This is what we are going to learn today, right? Now, for students, suppose sine value is given like this. Say sine 48 degree 12 minutes. This is what the question is. And I have to see how to check from sine value. Okay. Now this one very easy method. What you have to do is, now look at this 48 degrees. So what I am going to do, I am going to search for 48 degree. Now students, just look at this. This is the 48 degree. So this is all the column for 48 degrees, right? 48 degrees and 12 minutes. For 12 minutes you have to just look into this, the topmost. See, here it is given 0 minute, 6 minutes, 12 minutes. So here this column I am going to check. Okay. Now as you can see here, for 0 minute column everywhere you can see it is decimal, right? That means decimal is applicable in all the columns, all the rows, right? So 48 degrees 12 minutes students. So my number is 7455. Of course it should be decimal. So I am going to write the answer as 0.7455. This is the value of sine 48 degrees 12 minutes. Isn't it very easy? Now let us see the next question. Suppose if it is sine of 37.6 degrees, like this it is written, not in minutes, 37.6 degrees. Okay, now let us check that. So I am going to search for 37 degrees and then 0.6 degrees. Now 37 degrees, of course not in this table. Here we will see 37 degrees. Okay, getting here 37 degrees. This is the 37 degrees and which value it was? 0.6, right? So 0.6 on the top we are going to check. Which column? Now look at this. Here the first part is given all minutes. Here the second part is given in all degrees, right? So 0.6 degrees is here. 0.6 degrees. So in this column I am going to check, right? In this column I am going to check. Okay. Now look at this particular part. So I am going to check in this particular column. This is the column, right? So 37 degrees and 0.6 degrees. 37.6 degrees. The answer is 6101. And first level I told you everywhere it is decimals. It is going to be decimal. So 0.6101. So I am checking for this 0.6101. This is the answer. Right? So this is how we are going to see. Let us check one more value, that is little different one. If I take it as say 49 degrees 17 minutes. If this is the number students, how we are going to check that? 49 degrees. So we are going to go to the table of 49 degrees. See, this is the 49 degrees, right? And then after that, what is given here? 17 minutes. So 17 minutes. Now look at the top. Do we have 17 minutes? No, we don't have 17 minutes. We have 12 minutes and then after that 18 minutes. So the problem is what to do? 12 minutes, lower one we have to take 12 and plus 5 minutes. Plus 5 minutes I am going to do it from mean difference. This is the 5 minutes, right? So if I add 12 plus 5 will give you what? 17 minutes. This is how we are going to check for that. So I will see for this particular value 49, that is 7570, right? In column of 12 minutes. So I am writing here 7570. Of course it is 0 point, correct? And then which minutes difference you are going to take here? 5 minutes. 5 minutes which column? Here, this particular column we are going to see. Here That means the number is 9, correct? So I am going to add 9 to this. So the number becomes 0.7579. So answer is 0.7579. This is how we will see sine table. Is this clear to you all students? Right? Now let us talk about next one is cos. How to see the cos values. So one more type of question, that is say sine of say 17 degree 65 minutes. If this is the number given, then 17 degrees we are going to get, but 65 minutes, do we have that? Let us check that. So maximum minutes is what? 54, right? And maximum mean difference is 5. If you add, you are going to get only 59 minutes. 65 minutes I am not going to get that. So how to do? What we can do is 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, right? That means 65 minutes can be written as 1 degree, that is 60 minutes gone, and 5 minutes. This is how we can convert it. Okay. So now my question becomes sine of 17 degree and 1 degree becomes how much? 18 degree and 5 minutes. That means this 17 degree 65 minutes is very much similar to sine of 18 degrees 5 minutes. So I am going to check the value for 18 degrees 5 minutes. Right students? So you are going to see in this particular column. Now let us see 18 minutes. Where do we have that? Yes, this is what is 18 minutes, correct? And 18 degrees, sorry, and 5 minutes. 5 minutes comes on the top, check. We don't have 5 minutes, we have 6 minutes. So what I'll do, I will take the lower one, 0 minutes and then end 5 minutes. I'm going to add, correct? So for 0 minutes students, just see the table part, 0 minutes, this is the number, that is 0.3090. So I am going to add, in this column I am going here, okay, 14. So I am going to add 14 to that. To what number? 3090 and 14. So 3090, 0 point, बराबर, and then 14. इसको add कर देंगे. So what do we get then? 4. Right? So I am getting 0. Sorry, this is 31. 0.3104, right? So that is the answer I am getting here, 0.3104. So this is how we can get the sine value of any degrees and minutes which is given, we can convert it. Right students? Now let us see cos value. Now for cos, of course we are going to the cos table. Let us go to the natural cosine table. In the log table, if you see, if you purchase from the market, there will be logarithmic table, logarithmic sine, logarithmic cos. We are not going to check into that. We are going to check into what? Natural sine, natural cos. Okay. So that value we are going to check here. Again, now look at this. Suppose if I want to find out cos of, right, cos of say 12 degrees 15 minutes. Method is all same. Only difference is here we are not going to add this values, we are going to subtract. Remember, in cos we are going to subtract these values. Okay. So if I want to find out cos of 12 degrees 15 minutes, right? So let us see that 12 degrees, yes, this is the 12 degrees, correct? And 15 minutes, 15 minutes students, look at this part. We have 12 minutes, lower one I am going to take, and then one difference is 3 minutes. So 12 and 3 becomes how much? 15 minutes. So that means my value comes here, right? But here what I told you, in cos we are going to subtract mean difference. That means what is the number in 12? I am getting this particular number, that is this particular, that is 9774. I am going to subtract how much? This particular number. For 3 columns, students, 3 minutes, this is the column. You can check in your log table also, okay? So I am going to subtract 2 from this number, right? So we are going to get the value as 9772. It is 0.9772. Why 0 point? Because the first column everywhere it is decimal. Okay, so this is how we are getting here, right? Now let us talk about the another value, say cos of 58.7 degree. If this is a number 58.7 degree, now let us check that. This is again cos value 58 is there and 0.7. It is very easy if degrees are given 0.7. So in this column I am going to check, right? So this is a number that is 5195. Directly we can write here. It is 0.5195. Okay, so this is what the value we are getting. So only difference between sine and cos is, in case of cos, the mean difference we have to subtract inside value, that is this inside value. Okay, now one more we can just check that. If I take another value as say cos of say 12 degrees, okay, and 58 minutes, 12 degrees 58 minutes. So again 12 degrees, let us search for that. 12 degrees, 12 degrees, okay, 12 degrees already I have taken. So one more example, I will take it as what, say make it as 22 degrees I am making, okay, just to differentiate. 22 degrees I will search, 22 degrees, this is the 22 degrees value, right? Correct, in this line we are going, and then which value is there, 58 minutes. 58 minutes, students, how to check 58 minutes? Now look at this. So 54 minutes, so I am going to add how much, 4, right? So becomes how much, 58 minutes. But for cos, inside value should be subtracted. So inside value, now look at this inside value, I am going to check inside value, right? So just doing inside value, I am checking, right? Now where is the number? See this particular 22, correct? So this is the number for 22. I have shown the marking I have done here, right? And here in this case, this particular 4. So this is the inside value which I am going to subtract. So I will get 9208. It is 0.9208. After subtracting, you are getting this part. Right, students? So I hope you have understood sine, how to check sine value and cos value. Same way we are going to check for tan. So remember, for sine, your mean difference should be added. For cos, mean difference should be subtracted. Okay, and for tan we are going to see here also mean difference should be added only for tangent. Okay, so mean difference we are going to add. Only in case of cos we are going to subtract. Okay, then now for tan value, if you want to find out, again the same method, very easy one. Suppose if I am finding here tan of 25 degrees 17 minutes, then we will check here 25 degrees, right? 25 degrees, this particular column I am going to check, right? And then next is how much? 17 degree, 17 minutes. 17 minutes, how should we go? 12 minutes, correct? In this column I am going, and 17, that means 5. I am going to go in this column, right? So just take it down, drag it, put it like this. You can use scale for checking, of course. Then now again here I am getting this value, right, students? And in this case I am getting here as this particular value. So now the number is 4706, and 18 I am going to add to this, right? So this is what I am going to get the value. So 4274. So 4724, of course. Now check the first value. It is decimal, right? That means it will be 0 point. So I am going to write here 0 point. This is the answer you are going to get, 4724. So the answer is 0.4724. Correct? Let us see one more value. Say tan of 48 degree 12 minutes. Okay. Now 48 degrees, let us search for 48 degrees. This is what is the 48 degrees, correct? And 12 minutes, 12 minutes in this column it is coming. That means the number is 1184. Now very important students here, 1184, but initially you will check that it is 1 point, correct? That means the answer will be 1.1184. As I told you, initial zero value you have to check whether it is decimal point or 1 point or 2 point, okay? So this is the answer. Many students make mistakes over here, right? If it is, the number is say tan of 62 degrees and 19 minutes. If this is the number, then 62 degrees we are going to check for 62 degrees. Okay, 19 for that, where should we go? For 19 we are going to go 18, right? That is this particular value. 18 and which number we are going to take, students? 1, correct? 18 and 1. 1 is this particular. So we'll get what? 19. So this is 1. Here, let me just check the reference I am giving here right now. So I am getting here, yes. Let us see, what was that? 62. 62 I am getting here 9047, right? And which value here? 14. So 9047 and 14. We are going to just add to this. 9047 and 14 we are adding here. Okay. Then 6, then 0 and 9. Correct? So it is 9061. Now which value? Point or what? 9061. Now look at this. 9061. Initially is what? 1 point. So it is 1.9061. So the answer is 1.9061. This is how we have to see sine, cos and tan, right? So I hope you have understood this particular part. Now there is one more method to see inverse value. Inverse value, how to check inverse? Say for example, if you have to see tan inverse, say 0.3054. Here approximate value we are going to get. So inverse meaning we are going to get what? Angle, degrees we should get. So 0.3054. Remember this number. So tan inverse meaning we are going to check in what? Tan, natural tangent, okay? 0.30. So 0.30 number we are going to search 0.12, 0.30. So this is what is the line coming here, right? 30, and then what was the number later? 54. So I am getting here 3057 it is. So the previous number, let me just check. 3038, which is very less. So either you can directly go for the closest one. This is the close value. If you want to get accurate one, 3054, right? So 3054, we can add how much value to this to get 3054? That means I am going to add what? 16 to get 3054, correct? So this 16 value I am going to get from here or what? Yes, I am getting here the same line, correct? That means it is right. This number is right. Now look at this. What angle and degree you are getting here? Look at this part. So you have to go up, right? So it is 54 minutes I got, and here 5 minutes I got. That means 59 minutes I got. And what angle, degree, how much? Look at this particular line I am going, correct? How much degree? I am going here, degree. Yes, 16 degrees, 59 minutes is the accurate one, or directly you can write 17 degrees, 0 minutes. So the answer is 16 degrees, 59 minutes. This is what the accurate I got, or in short, to just check it very fast, quick, we can just write simply what? 17 degrees. This is the answer for this particular number. This is how reverse we are going to check that. Right, students? Same thing reverse we are going to do for sine and cos also. So sine and cos, I'll just show you one method here, how to check for sine and cos inverse. Suppose if it is cos inverse of say 0.5491, if this is a number and I have to check the angle part. So 0.54. So we are going to check 0.54. Look at this here, 5 I am getting here 5490 I got, right? So this number is very close to 5491. So students, we will see, check this. So what is the topmost value? Last number is 42 minutes or 0.7 degrees we can take, and then this particular line is 58 degrees. So that means a value is 58 degrees, 58 degrees and 40 point, we can write like this, 58 degrees 0.7 degrees, that means 58.7 degrees. Either we can write like this or we can write 58 degrees and what was the number? Yes, this particular number, what was the column here? 42 minutes. So any of the answer you can write. You can write 58 degrees, 42 minutes also we can write, or 0.7 degrees also we can write. So both the answers are correct. Okay. So this is how inverse value we are going to find out. Yes, numericals, when you have to find out the inverse, this will be useful for you all. Okay. Now the one part, already calculation part we have learned, students. So I am just showing you the values, how to check that. So here in this case, how to solve a numerical which is given to you. Suppose the question is given like this. Say you have to find the value of say 0.0029 into tan 47 degrees 12 minutes. This is what the question is. Divide by 28.59, right? The whole square. This is what the question is, and if you have to solve that, so what can be done is, I am going to use log x, log applying both the sides. You have already learned about it. So we can use this as log of 0.0029, then plus log of, now this value we have to find out first. 47 degrees 12 minutes you are going to find out and write here. Then minus, and power is there, meaning 2 log of 28.59. So this is how we have to solve. So here you are going to find the value of 47 degree 12 minutes from natural tangent value, right? And then you can solve it further and find out the antilog. This is how you can solve when the questions are mixed with tan and the numbers. I hope students you have understood this. So 47 degrees 12 minutes, we can just check that. In case of natural tangent, so this is a natural cosine. So natural tangent value we can just take it down. Students, you can check this. We are getting 1.09. That is 1 minute. What is the value you are getting here? Natural tangent, you just check that. That is 47 degrees 12 minutes. That means 0799, 1.0799, that is what the value we are going to write here, 0799. So then log table values we are going to get here. This was the rule which I had explained. 0 point, if it is there, bar will come. 3 bar point, you are going to see the mantissa, students. Then here you are going to check that 1 point, meaning it will be less 1. So 0 point you are going to check the mantissa. Minus 2, then you are going to check here. 2 digit is there, so less 1, 1 point, this is the characteristics. You are going to check the mantissa from the log table, and then after adding and everything you are going to get the values of it. Okay, so let me just write the values. You also check from your log table and we will finish it off this sum. So these values, students, you are going to check in your log table. I am also looking into the log table here. Now if it is, we are going to check for 29, right? So 29, in which column you are going to check that? 0. So you are getting here 4624. So this number is 4624, correct? Then for this we are going to check for 10, 7 and 99. Again 2 numbers are more here. So this here round up we have to do, you have to add 1. So it becomes 80, correct? So you are going to check for this particular number. That means 1, 10, 8 and 0. So we are going to check for 10, 8 and 0. So you are getting the number 0334, 0.0334. This is what the log value we got. Now look into this. We are going to check for 28, 5 and 9. right? So 28, 5 and 9 students, what are we getting here? 28, 5 and 9. 9 number is 14. You have to add 14 to this. So the number is 4, 5, 4, 8 and plus 14. So it becomes how much? It becomes 2, 6, 5, 4. That means you are getting here 4, 5, 6, 2. So the number is 4, 5, 6, 2. This is how we are solving here. So the finally we get here 4, 6, 2, 4 plus 0.0334, correct? Then minus, you are just multiplying by 2 here. So it is 2 point, you are just multiplying here. So it becomes what? 4, 6 2 is 12, 1, 10, 1, 11, 1, 9 and then 2.9124. After adding everything, you have to just add students. How you are going to add this part? So first number should be written first only, 4624, correct? You are adding to that 0.0334, correct? So you are getting the number as 8594 and bar 3, correct? And then after that you are going to subtract the number as 2.9124. So after subtracting the number, students, what you are going to get here? 4, correct? Then 3, then 8 and of course 14 you will not subtract 9, you cannot do that. So you have to just borrow it from here. So it becomes 14 minus 9, that is 5 point. Since you have borrowed, right, it was bar 3, it becomes bar 4 since you have borrowed one more. So minus 4 and minus 2 becomes minus 6, that is bar 6. Okay, so that number we can put it here, that it becomes bar 6.5834. This is what the number we got here, students, right? So x becomes what? Antilog, correct? So you are just finding the antilog of that value. So antilog table, how you are going to check? You are going to check from here, 58, 3 and 4. So in antilog table you have to go and check for 58 number. So the 58, 3 and 4. So it becomes 3828. You are getting here 3828 plus, and fourth column I am getting it as what? 4. So we are going to add this 4 number to this. So the final answer we are getting here 2383. This is what the number we got from antilog. So after one digit you are going to put decimal into 10 raised to minus 6. This is the answer we are getting after solving everything here, right? So this is nothing but the revision of the previous part also. So I hope students you have understood everything, and if you really practice, this will be very easy calculations for you all, and anyway this is mandatory for board examination when you are solving the paper, right? So with this I'll give you some more questions also here which you can solve as a homework at the end of the video. So you please check that. So wish you all the best students, do well in the exam.